Mukesh Ambani's refinery that cleans the world's oil. And the real reason it's a thorn in Munir's eyes? Imagine a barren stretch of land with no roads, no electricity, no water, just dust, scorching sun, and emptiness stretching to the horizon. And then, a few years later, that very land is filled with gleaming pipelines, massive storage tanks, and chimneys kissing the sky, where, day and night, black crude oil is turned into golden fuel. This is the story of Jamnagar, Gujarat, a place that transformed India from a fuel-deficient nation into one that is self-reliant and then into a surplus producer. Today, it's the largest refining complex in the world and also a major irritant for Pakistan's General Asim Munir. Recently, speaking from US soil, he hinted that if there's a future India-Pakistan war, Jamnagar's refinery could be a target. But why? That's the question everyone's asking. And the answer lies in a unique mix of history, engineering, and geopolitics that brought Jamnagar to where it is today. Today, we'll dive deep into that story. But before we begin, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you get our latest video updates first. So, let's start today's discussion without delay. This story begins on 28 December 1999, when Reliance Industries founder Dhirubhai Ambani inaugurated the first refinery in Jamnagar. At that time, India depended heavily on other countries for its energy needs. But this refinery changed the picture almost overnight. India transformed from a fuel-deficient nation to a self-reliant one, and soon after, became an exporter of petrol and diesel. Countries like Europe and the US began sourcing fuel from India. Dhirubhai had first dreamed of this in the 𝐼𝐴 when he saw the world of the oil trade up close while working in a den. Building a refinery on barren land near a village called Motikhavdi seemed like madness to many. There were no roads, no electricity, and severe water scarcity. But Dhirubhai knew that big dreams are never achieved through easy paths. Between 1996 and 1999, in just 33 months, an engineering marvel rose from that desolate land. The refinery became the largest greenfield refinery site in the world, and its completion increased India's total refining capacity by 25%. This project was not just an industrial milestone, it also transformed the environment and community in the region. Greenery returned to the arid land, temperatures dropped, and rainfall improved. Today, it houses Asia's largest mango orchard with over 1,50,000 mango trees, and vast mangrove areas have become a heaven for migratory birds. But the greatest strength of the Jamnagar refinery lies in its capacity and technical sophistication. It can process 1.4 million barrels of crude oil per day. That's more than twice Pakistan's total daily oil consumption. Pakistan's daily usage is about 5,56,000 barrels, while Jamnagar alone refines 2.5 times that amount. And it's not just about volume. The quality is exceptional too. Its complexity index is 21/1 meaning it can convert heavy, low-grade crude oil, often called dirty oil, into high-quality petroleum products that meet even the strictest Western market standards. So far, this refinery has processed more than 216 different varieties of crude oil from around the world. It houses the world's largest Paraxylene complex and also a refinery off-gas cracker, ROG, complex. This means it doesn't just produce fuel. It also generates essential raw materials for the petrochemical industry on a massive scale. Its flexibility and technological edge place it far ahead of most refineries globally. After Dhirubhai, Mukesh Ambani took this refining empire even further. A decade after the first refinery, a new unit was built right next to the original one, with a capacity of 5,80,000 barrels per day. The old refinery caters to domestic needs, while the new one is entirely dedicated to exports. This is why Jamnagar is now called a super refinery, a complex that has made India a major player on the global energy map. Now, why does this bother Pakistan? The reason is not just economic, but also military. Jamnagar Airport holds immense strategic importance for the Indian Air Force. In the wars of 1965 and 1971, it served as a crucial base against Pakistan. In 1971, it was from here that Wing Commander Dawn Conquest took off to strike Karachi's oil tankers. Because of this history, Jamnagar is not just an industrial hub. It's also a sensitive military target from Pakistan's perspective. General 𝐼𝐨𝐵 Munir's recent statement can be understood in this very context. During a dinner in Florida, United States of America, he hinted that if there were a future India-Pakistan conflict, Jamnagar Refinery could be targeted. He even referred to a social media post featuring a Quran verse alongside a picture of Mukesh Ambani, claiming it was authorized during the recent tensions with India. This wasn't just a threat to an industrial asset, it reflected an intent to strike at the backbone of India's economy. The importance of Jamnagar can be gauged from the fact that if its production stops, it would affect not just India, but fuel supplies in multiple foreign markets. The refinery sends petrol and diesel to Europe and the US, and also plays a major role in the Asia-Pacific region. Any disruption here would ripple through the global energy supply chain, something that could challenge the strategic power of any nation. However, there's another reality to the Jamnagar refinery. It is also one of the largest emitters of greenhouse gases. According to Climate Trace data, in 2022 it emitted nearly 19.76 million tons of greenhouse gases. So, while it cleans the world's oil by refining crude into fuel, it also contributes to harming the planet's health. This paradox is part of the modern industrial age, where the biggest challenge is finding a balance between meeting energy needs and paying the environmental cost. Dhirubhai's dream was that India should not only meet its own energy needs, but also be able to supply the world. Today, Mukesh Ambani has not only upheld that dream, but expanded it. The Jamnagar refinery is no longer just an industrial project, it is a symbol of India's economic strength, technological capability, and global ambition. Yet, it also stands at the heart of geopolitical tensions, where along with the scent of fuel, one can sense competition, strategy, and the hint of looming threats. And that is why, when people like General Munir mention Jamnagar, they're not merely talking about a refinery, they are signaling a challenge to India's self-reliance, its industrial might, and its global role.
Something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.